Black Bolt and White Flare is literally days away. I haven't pre-ordered basically anything. The only thing I've managed to get hold of was the Pokemon Center ETBs, and I think one of each booster bundle from the Pokemon Center, but that's it. This is kind of going the same way as it was for me regarding Journey Together, right? Journey Together for me was pretty tough. I did manage to pre-order a lot with Journey Together, and a lot of it got cancelled. And then with Destined Rivals, I actually felt like Destined Rivals was a little bit easier at the time, especially regarding pre-orders, regarding, compared to Journey Together, right? But Black Bolt and White Flare, I don't know why, especially here in the UK, I find it really, really tough to get hold of on pre-orders. Now, I must also admit, my interest for the set is not really there as much as it was for Destined Rivals. It's kind of on the same level for me as Journey Together, where I'm a bit like, look, I like the artwork. It's going to be fun to open. But for me, personally, there's not much I would like to collect, right? When it looks at, the favorite Pokemon, the favorite artwork. Black and White wasn't my favorite generation either. So for me, the kind of like attachment to both of these isn't as big as something like Destined Rivals. Destined Rivals, for me, has so many cards I like and I want to get. And sealed product-wise, I would like to get hold of, right? And keep sealed. Black Bolt and White Flare, I'm a bit like, do you know what I mean? However, if you are looking at picking some up, or you have bought some and you're looking to pick some up after it gets released, now obviously, we're looking at things like eBay and secondary market prices, because finding stuff at retail, especially in 2025, they're out there, but they're very difficult to find. It's not readily available like it used to be, right? And I know that I know other people are going to say, well, Jace, I can find stuff at retail if you just look. It shouldn't be that difficult, right? It should be you go into a store and there's just tons of it everywhere, right? I can literally just grab whatever I want whenever I want and go wherever I want and find stuff. That's what it should be, but that's not what it is. So today we're going to be going through a buyer's guide if you are looking to pick up some Black Bolt and White Flare. And it's going to be interesting, right? This is on TCG Player. I'm going to be kind of a little bit critical, I think, when it comes to looking at some of these prices, because I have a feeling stuff's going to be heavily inflated. But let's go and check it out. We also will be looking at pre-order prices and stuff here in the UK as well. So don't worry, guys. You guys in the UK with me, I've got you covered. But let's take a look at TCG Player first. Here we go. Buyer's guide to Black Bolt and White Flare. So, let me know in the comments, guys, what is your favourite card from the set? What is your chase card that you are looking for? For me, it's the Kyurem. This Kyurem, I think, looks incredible. It's absolutely amazing. And did you play the games? Did you play Black Bolt and White Flare then? That would have been cool names for a game. But no, Black and White, and of course Black and White 2. Did you play those? And is it your favourite? My favourite gen is Gen 3. Ruby and Sapphire, all the way, baby. Absolutely love it. And then closely followed by Gen 2. But I mean, Black and White, they're okay games. I would say they're probably, for me, like middle of the road. So these two sets, it's kind of weird that we're getting this to end the Scarlet and Violet, but here we are. So yes, there are some nice artwork, I must admit. Even though I'm not a huge fan of Black and White, there is some very nice art in this set, and a lot of illustration rares. If you're like me and you like a lot of illustration rares, you're in for a treat. There's no way about it. You are definitely in for a treat for this set. So it says here, like, all 156 Pokemon originally discovered in the Unova region will appear across the two sets. They are splitting it, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Makes you buy, so much more stuff. And then you do have a lot of illustration rares and special illustration rares in this set as well. And then you've got this unique rarity coming in, which you have, look at that, Zekrom and Reshiram. I quite like these. Personally, I prefer the Reshiram than the Zekrom. And then you have the Victini as well, which I definitely don't like. But yeah, very interesting. I want to see these in the flesh, though. I want to see how the foiling looks, the texture of the card, and so on and so forth, and see whether or not it does look as good as I hope. Hey, look, Zekrom could look better. You never know. But for me personally, out of the two, I prefer Reshiram as my favorite Pokemon out of the two anyway. So, Black Bolt and White Flare booster packs, ridiculously expensive. $13 a pack. That is just absolutely silly, right? That is, more than Prismatic Evolutions. I mean, it could drop, of course, but that's more than Prismatic. More than 151 right now, I think, as well. The set's not even out yet. What's going on? What is going on? $13 is mental. So it says here, well, at least they're both equal. But yeah, I've heard from a lot of people that they prefer Black Bolt over White Flare, but there'll be a favorite. There will be. Single booster prices continues to spiral with each Pokemon product this year. On release, there's a real premium placed on every product, and single booster packs do tend to suffer the most. It's important to remember that single booster packs aren't typically available for special sets. No, usually it's like ETBs and tins and so on and so forth, collection boxes and stuff. It makes it a lot difficult to get hold of packs. It really does. And it means you've got to pay a little bit more of a premium for it as well. Then we've got the ETBs, so Black Bolt is a little bit more expensive than White Flare. So you're looking over $100 in ETB. God damn. So we have here, so here we've got the market price, Black Bolt, White Flare. The Black Bolt works out around $13.72 a pack, and then White Flare is basically $1 cheaper, which is slightly different than what we've seen here, where White Flare is pretty much the same. So it's a little bit cheaper if you buy the White Flare ETB, but still ridiculously expensive. As a special set, Black Bolt and White Flare don't offer booster boxes, which means that you have to go and buy ETBs, which works out a lot more pricey. I think they're supposed to be, what, 55? Are they 50, 55? They're supposed to be MSRP, not the market price. Like half the price of this, basically. Personally, I wouldn't pay these prices. I think these are ridiculous. I think that these, I don't mind it to some extent if the market price was a little bit more, let's say, than MSRP, but these sets are brand new. Do you know what I mean? So maybe if they were between 60, maybe 70, you might sway me a little bit, but this is ridiculous. Over 100, silly. Then you've got the Pokemon Center ETBs. I mean, these are going to be like the holy grail items to keep sealed. I did manage to get one of each, so that's cool. They're literally staying sealed in my collection. They ain't going anywhere. Then the inside of them are never seen the light of day. So we have here, very expensive. Don't open them. It's just $30 a pack. Nah. Now, booster bundles are supposed to be the best way, or at least the best cost-efficient way of getting packs. That's normally the case. That was the idea of them. Now, that doesn't really seem like that realistic. I mean, yes, it's technically cheaper than buying an ETB or buying the packs, individually, where it works out at, between 11 and 11.30. Again, way too expensive. But these are coming out in August. These are coming out like a month and a bit away. I don't know. Things might change by then. But yeah, I mean, would I pay $60 for a booster bundle? No. But they are the cheapest way right now anyway of getting hold of packs. And it's like when they reprint stuff, I'm like, why don't they just print like a ton of booster bundles? Like just keep pumping out booster bundles like crazy. Like they did 151 really. Just keep pumping out booster bundles. Best way to get just getting packs in the hands of people. That's the best way of doing it. Then you got the binder collection. This is again a little bit pricey. We saw that with Prismatic when Prismatic brought out the binder collection, and that was not really a great cost-efficient way of again getting hold of packs. But that was like for some people that was the only way they can get hold of stuff. So this one here, you're looking at what big price difference. Black Bolt, you're looking at $15 a pack. White Flare, you're looking at $12. So if I'm being honest, it's kind of weird, right? It's like they are two different sets, so it is a big difference between the two. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one, right? I mean, would I even pay $58? No, let alone 73 or whatever it is. There's just no way. I mean, I did buy a lot of binder collections at retail with Prismatic, but if I can get it at retail, great. If I don't, I'm not buying it. There's no way. Then you got the triple pack blisters, basically the sticker collections. Again, these are supposed to be relatively cheap, kind of like a booster bundle. Basically, just get packs in your hands. These come out in August, so they are going to come out a little bit more delayed. So we've got a bit of a staggered release here. But again, we're looking pretty pricey. White Flare is more expensive than Black Bolt this time around, probably because of the promos that you get in there, which is pretty cool promos. So you're looking at, again, still really expensive, even with the Black Bolt one. $36, like over $12 a pack. You can jog on with that one. Then you've got the poster collection. Again, we saw this with the Prismatic one, but this does come with 4 packs. Okay, keep that in mind. This does come with an extra pack compared to Prismatic. Prismatic came with 3. This comes with 2 of each. You get a nice mixture. It's kind of weird that this one's mixed, but none of the others are. How strange. Yeah, bit of a weird one, that. So the poster collection coming in at roughly $10 a pack. Is this the best price one? So $10.34 a pack. This might actually be the best cost. Yeah, this is the most cost-effective way of getting packs for either set is just keep buying the poster collection. So that would be a pretty good one there. So there you go. There's an idea. If you want to grab packs, believe it or not, I did this with 151. And actually, no, I did this with Prismatic as well. I just bought a crap ton of poster collections just because it was the cheapest way of getting packs. This might be the cheapest way again. Keep that one in mind. Then you got the Victini Illustration Rare collection box, which is a very cool promo. This one comes out in August, so again, a little bit later. You are paying a premium for this one. This one is nearly $20 a pack, which is crazy. Be interested to see how much that promo is going to be worth. I think it'll be worth quite a bit. I think it'll be a very good promo. Kind of remind me a little bit of like the Greninja from and Kingdra from Shroud of Fable and stuff. This one could be a good one. Could be a good one to keep sealed. Then you got the mini tins. Again, supposed to be a nice, easy, cost-efficient way of getting packs, but the hell is it? You look at $15. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely skip them. So overall, the most cost-effective one, believe it or not, is the poster collection, followed by the booster bundles. So for me, yeah, booster bundles, the white flare binder, if you want to go for white flare. But yeah, overall, Black Bolt seems to be the more expensive of the two. Right, we're here on eBay in the UK. Give you guys what's been selling regarding Black Bolt and white flare. Yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive. So we have here Pokemon Center ETB, £110. This is obviously for the Black Bolt version. Then we've got the normal ETB pre-sale, including postage, £75. So we look at £75. Very consistent, right? This is the Black Bolt. We'll look at white flare in a minute. You look at 75, pretty much, guys, the same price. Pretty much £75 in ETB if you include the delivery cost. So that's pretty expensive. Get my old trusty calculator out. You get 9 packs inside. So you're looking at about £8.33 a pack of Black Bolt. So average price, Black Bolt pack, £8.33. Keep that one in mind. Okay, and then we have the white flare. Pretty much same price. I mean, there is, yeah, it is quite literally the same price. So yeah, you look at an average of, wow, that's expensive. £8.33 a pack coming from the ETBs. Ooh, let's have a look and see if we can find anything else. So I said the poster collection over in the US was the cheapest. Let's take a look at this here. So we've got the poster collection. The price does vary, but you're looking at like including delivery, just over £30, 35, 35. That was 25. That was a good price. So maybe including delivery, 35. And that's for 4 packs, right? So you're looking at an average of £8.75 a pack. So it's actually not the most cost efficient way. Here in the UK, it's actually the ETBs. That's still £8.33. That's really pricey. That's more than I thought, if I'm being honest. I thought the average pack, if you're going for the average pack price for both sets, was going to be probably around about £7. That's what I thought it was going to be, but I didn't expect it to be as much as nearly £9 a pack. £8.50 a pack basically is the average, depending on where your product you're getting it from, right? So where do we go from here? Will things go down in price? No. Will things get more expensive? Possibly, right? Prismatic here in the UK is roughly around £10 a pack still, increasing if you get it from an ETB, because we haven't had any restocks or reprints or anything like that. So for me, it's like, where do we go with Black Bolt and white flare? Would I pay £75 an ETB? You're looking at what? £25. You look at 50% markup from MSRP. Not even from distribution prices. Just from MSRP alone, it's a 50% markup. That's wild. I mean, from distribution, they're like £30 an ETB. They're more than doubling their money. Where do we go from here? I mean, is it worth buying them at £75 an ETB, or like roughly around £8.50 a booster pack? No, I mean it is very expensive, and like I said, I haven't managed to get hold of any in pre-orders. If you can get it MSRP, absolutely do so. But personally, I would be wary. Prices may fall a little bit, but I think because there is some hype and interest. Not hype, but there's definitely interest in this set. But I think it's very expensive. I don't know whether or not I would pay these prices, if I'm honest. I mean, if you could pick these up for like some of these, we're going for like £25. That's a good price. Like £25, pretty good, right? You look at £25, you get 4 packs inside. You look at £6.25 pack. That is very reasonable. That's good. You know, bear in mind, right, a normal ETB is supposed to be 50. So a normal ETB is about £5.55 a pack. That's the retail price. Okay, that is the retail price of where the normal packs are supposed to be. But that's not the case. So you're looking about an average of £3 more a booster pack. So be careful, guys. You know, we're looking at potentially, you know, £8 plus booster pack at a starting price. Guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments about Black Bart White Flare and the current prices. Do you think they're too expensive? Have you managed to get hold of some? I'm going to try and get some more at MSRP. I'm tempted to do a video on release day of me trying to find product and see what's available in local stores. So I might be try and do a little vlog style video. That'd be quite cool. But I'll see what I can do. But yeah, it's a lot more than I thought. This set is expensive. Well, sorry, both of these sets are more expensive than I thought. Personally, I don't like the idea of spending £75 in ETB for these sets. The promos don't look too bad, but I think it's because there's two sets, people are going to be, you know, they're having to spend twice as much. They're splitting what they want. I mean, you're going to get some people that will go for one set over the other, but yeah, really, really interesting. But guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you made it this far in the video, make sure to smash the like button. Of course, make sure you subscribe for more Pokemon content. But yeah, crazy times. Pretty expensive. Hopefully things will improve real soon. But that is it from me, guys, in today's video. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are legends, and I will see you in the next one.